Alright, here we've got Nico's December 18th athlete assessment. We're going to see him run full speed here. Slow it down a little bit more. This is 50% speed. And then we'll see it again here. This is 10% speed. So we're going to watch him take off. And I've actually seen him make some changes to his running form just in the 4 or 5 sessions that we've had already. So I wish we would have got him on the first day. However, you see here he's got his arms in a good 90-degree angle, which is what we want. However, he's getting his arms just over across his body too much. So if you notice how his hand's almost covering his face, he needs to move that out probably 2, 3, 4 inches or so that he could get a better upstride on the hands, and then be able to move that down, hip the pocket, and not have it get away from himself. If you notice his left hand is kind of getting away from his body a little bit, that's because of the angle that his arm is taking going forward. That's not necessarily a huge deal. We can fix that pretty easily. Going forward, we're going to take a look at his knee drive. Now, like I told you before, he's a fairly tall kid, and we want to use his leg extension to his advantage. So he's not bringing his knee up high enough. We need to work on getting him to drive that up to the optimal height, and then that way he'll be able to speed up without actually speeding his leg speed up. So we'll teach him how to do that with a lot of drills that we'll use to show him the correct height of what his knee drive should be at. Going forward here, and this is where it gets a little bit kind of nasty here. If you'll notice how his foot, how off angle his foot is, the blue line represents the straight line, and then the red line represents his angle. So when he does this move here, it slows him down quite a bit. It also puts a tremendous amount of torque on his ankle, hip, and knee area, which can cause premature injury. So we want to teach him how to bring it straight up, strike straight down, and push straight back. Everything has to be north and south, nothing east and west. So we want to try to fix this. However, this particular move he's doing here is one of the harder things to fix. It will take some time, but we definitely can do it. Going forward a little bit more, and this is again a real problem for him. You'll notice how his off leg, the leg that's not in front, is tucked behind his other leg. So when you run, you have a left lane and a right lane, and you want to keep both legs in those lanes. You don't want to have one go over the top of another, which is what he's doing with his right leg, and you don't want to have one go behind another, which is what he's doing with his right leg is in front, is going over the top, and then with his left leg is going behind. You don't want that. So we want to teach him how to bring it straight up, straight out, instead of him having to go behind, out, and around, which is a slow move. And when you're dealing with running, it's it's thousandths of a second. Makes a difference. So we'll work on that for sure. Looking at his vertical leap, he jumped an 18 here, and I'd like to see that get into the 20s here fairly quickly. He's got good form here, loaded up the legs really well, exploded through it, so I know we got a good jump out of him. We just didn't have the power there to get him into the 20s, but I want to see that be the next thing he does. Looking at his standing broad jump coming up, he was able to jump a 5'7", which is again pretty good, but I want more. We need more. Power equals speed, like I told you before, and we're working on that 10-yard time and that explosive movement that he needs for soccer, and these things contribute directly to that. So we're going to continue to work on those stats to make sure we improve that as much as possible. Next, you'll see here his lateral movement. He's standing up a little bit too tall here. He's also opening up his hips a little right there. You can see he's opening up his hips. We want to keep him squared up, but he's got long legs. We just got to teach him how to use it better and move a little quicker. His scores. We talked about this yesterday. The things that are going to be important for him right now is his core strength, his lower back, and then if you look at the 10-yard time, the standing broad jump, the vertical, those are the important things for us because we want to directly impact his speed, and in order to do that, we're going to have to make those areas better. So those are the things that we'll be eyeballing down and kind of watching closely as we move forward. I have no doubt that if he stays consistent and gives us everything he's got, he'll get exactly where he needs to be.